everyone, welcome. This is our first meeting for SCLA at UF. We're a new organization on campus, but most of the things that we'll be doing are web-based. I'm the vice president. Eric Baker is the president of the organization. I know our numbers are kind of small today, but moving forward, getting more members and realizing that it's not only web-based, and we're trying to make this into a classroom-based organization where we can have meetings and communicate, as well as post videos like this online. Hopefully we'll get more and more of a turnout. Now I want to introduce you guys to Bridget Sloan, who has been on the UF gymnastics teams for 4 years.
Well, I'm a senior now, so going into 4 years.
Going into 4 years, won multiple national championships, and she's here to tell us a little bit about her story and her drive, motivation, a little bit about her legacy. So on behalf of SCLA, welcome Bridget Sloan.
Okay, so I guess I'll give you a little bit of background on me. I'm from Indiana. I'm the youngest of 4 kids. Let's see, I started gymnastics when I was 4, and it was kind of I know it's cliche, but love at first sight. Okay, it was a love at first flip. Like, I did my first flip and I was with the sport forever. But a little bit of history on kind of what I've accomplished. I'm sure none of you are aware, but I went to the Olympics in 2008, and then I won the World Championships in 2009, and then I won the very first, I guess, NCAA title, individual title. So I'm the only athlete, I believe that's, I guess, a female athlete that has won an Olympic medal, a world medal, and an NCAA individual title. So that's pretty cool. So I was a freshman 2013, well, coming in 2012. I had no idea what college was going to be like. Obviously, none of us do when we step foot here. But for me, it was a big change going from having my parents tell me what to do. They drove me everywhere. I didn't get my license until I was 17. So coming to college, it was a huge change into, I guess, independence. I had to do everything on my own. Yeah, I had this incredible team behind me, but I had taken a year off of school. So I was actually I'm a little bit older, but I took a year off of school, tried for 2012, didn't make it, came to college, and have had the best years in my life here. Going on, I'm a communications major, came in as a business major, didn't like it, switched, and I think a lot of people think that athletes have it easy, and I know we might look like we do, but balancing school, we have mandatory tutoring, we have mandatory practices, we have mandatory weights in the morning. It's a really difficult task, and you kind of get thrown into the deep end as a freshman, and it's like you have to do this, this, and this, and I've been able to kind of figure out a routine, which was really important for me as a freshman that I've really kept going as a senior now. I really do the exact same routine. But I guess coming into college not knowing was probably one of the best things for me. I was very naive. I was young and walking around with my lanyard around my neck, and I was doing everything that freshmen did. So now as a senior, again, we've won 3 national championships. Hopefully going for a 4th one this year. We actually have a meet this Friday. It's going to be a big one, LSU. But yeah, it's just, I guess, to talk more about me balancing. It was a really big struggle balancing everything and figuring out. I had a lot of learning to do, and again, as athletes, people tend to think that things are just handed to us, and maybe some sports, yes, but as gymnasts, we have really had to work for what we accomplish. I don't think I've ever had anything just handed to me without having to put in the effort, having to put in the extra time. I've always been someone that if I want something, I'm going to work for it. I was like that at a young age, and now in college, I've definitely even put it more into power. I strive to work for SEC Network one day. I want to work for Nike. I've been, doing all those things, and it didn't come easy. Nothing has ever come easy, but with all the hard work that I put in, I've been successful not only in the gym, but outside of the gym. It's been a really incredible journey. I've had a lot of success. I've met a lot of great people. through UF and through everything. I don't know if you guys want me to keep going about, I guess I can tell you my whole life story then. That'd be really boring. But I guess to tell you a little bit more about me as a gymnast. I actually got hurt in 2008, so right before the Olympic Games in March, I had knee surgery. And basically everyone told me that I was done and that I couldn't, basically to retire, age 16, and people are telling me to retire from gymnastics. And I guess the hard work that I put in and the dedication that I put towards not only my sport but towards my goals is kind of how I've become who I am today. I know there's a lot of great athletes in this world, and there's a lot of great athletes here at UF. I mean, the amount of Olympians that we have here it's crazy to look at, everyone from swimming to track and field to gymnastics. I mean, we have an abundance of athletes here, and I think every single one of us has a different story, yet we all have the same ending, which is to be successful. And it's really been an awesome journey. I'm actually retiring after this year, which is kind of exciting for me, but gymnastics is one of those sports you kind of get to a point in your life where you just can't do it anymore. But again, going back in March of 2008, I had surgery. In July of 2008 is when they named the team, and I was the last one to be named. So we had 6 spots, and I was the last one to be called. And I don't know if you guys have ever had a moment where I guess you just feel like 1,000,000 pounds is being lifted off your shoulder. You achieve something that you never thought was possible. I mean, it's an incredible feeling. And so I kind of realized that if I were to put all the negativity behind me, put forth every effort I had towards one common goal, I was able to achieve it. And I've been really trying to kind of enforce that in my outside of the gym lifestyle. And I mean, it's just been, again, an awesome ride. You guys want to come to the gymnastics meet? It's free this Friday against LSU. It'll be awesome. It'll be pretty big. Starts at 6:45. I don't know if you guys have any questions for me. Pretty much an open book about anything.
I know you talked about some challenges for surgery and everything like that, and then at the beginning you also said that you're the first female to do all of those things. So have you ever faced like challenges as far as like gender stereotypes or roles?
I haven't really faced a whole lot of that, and I think I can consider myself lucky for that. I know that in every sport there's going to be a lot of challenges, whether you like it or not. But I've been very lucky to not have any of those challenges happen to me. I think it's very smart to teach that at an early age. And when we make a national team, there's a junior and a senior. And when we made the junior national team, I was 13. And I had never experienced anything like it. They were teaching us, social media. They were teaching us about travel. Like, I had no idea there was like a way to travel. I mean, I was 13. I did whatever my mom told me to do. But the adversity that I think every athlete and everybody deals with is just, I think it's just thrown at you and you're never ready for it. And I think every challenge that I've had, it wasn't like I was waiting for it to happen. It just kind of happened. And you can either take a challenge and, run head on or run away. So I think any challenge in life is very doable if you think about it the right way and if you are able to look at it in a positive way. But I mean, it just kind of comes down to how you want to look at it. Yeah.
So what are your plans after graduation?
I really have no idea. I would love to travel this summer. I'm trying to kind of stir up some money to travel, but probably grad school since it's almost impossible to get a job with just an undergraduate degree. But I would love to work for Nike. That's like my ultimate goal, is to move out to Portland and work for Nike. I would also love to be an SCC network sideline reporter. So I've got a few things that I would love to do, but it's just getting my foot in the door.
What's a day in the life of Bridget? So like how is it like you have weights in the morning, how can you practice, and what's it like?
That's a great question. Okay, so a normal day, I guess I'll take you through like a normal Monday. We have 6 a.m. weights in the South End Zone, which is the weight room right below the football stadium. So So we are in there for an hour, and then I have class, I have tutoring, and then I have practice. And that's all happens before 1:30. So by 1:30 we have practice, and normally practice goes till about 5. So I'm done at 5 o'clock, and normally I have a ton of homework to do. So really it's kind of like weights, class, tutor, practice, homework, eat somewhere in between, go to bed, and wake up and do it all over again. And we have practice Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and then occasionally on Sundays, depending on our travel schedule. And then that's another thing, when we travel, we leave on Thursday and compete Friday, come back Saturday. So we're missing all day Thursday and all day Friday. And we're all in, I think, I'm in 13 credits this semester, but I think one of my teammates is in 17 credits. So I mean, it's really hard to balance school with and sometimes teachers aren't the most lenient when you're traveling, and they don't like it very much. But I mean, obviously we don't want to leave and miss class, because it is a pain to miss class and have to make work up and take exams on the road. And I mean, it's a struggle, but we make it work.
So what would be your best advice about balancing?
My best advice is just to find a steady routine. I think obviously every day is going to be different, but if you have a set routine, like I have a set routine, I wake up, unless we have weights, I wake up at like 7:30 in the morning, whether I have to or not. I just like to get up, get myself moving. And I kind of found out that if I am able to do that, I get myself in a routine. I'm not going to bed at 2 a.m. waking up at 10. Then I'll go to bed at 10 and wake up. Like, I'm just someone that if I find a routine that I like, and find a routine that helps me balance my life, I think it just makes everything so much smoother. And it make it like, I enjoy my life. I mean, obviously it's wild and crazy and not normal, but I enjoy it. And I love the routine that I've been able to find, and it took me a while. I was definitely one of those people that I tried to go to bed at like midnight and wake up at 6 a.m. or tried to go to bed at 2 and wake up at 6, and it was miserable. So I just had to kind of like find a healthy balance of a social life, of athletics, of school. Like, it's definitely possible to get the best of all three worlds and still be successful.
Okay, thank you. We are your current exec board for the spring semester. We're going to be implementing an elections process. So at the end of this semester, everyone will get to vote, and other people who are interested will get to participate. So I'm Erica. I am a senior criminology and law major with a philosophy minor. I am going to law school next year, so I'll still be in the area since I'll be going to law school here, but I will no longer be president after this. I'm involved on campus in student government. I'm in a sorority on campus, and then I'm involved with SCLA.
Hello, I'm Lindsay. I'm a freshman. I'm your vice president number 2. And I'm a nutrition major, and I'm pre-dental. And I'm from Orlando, Florida.
Hi guys, I'm Iman. I'm a senior, and I'll only be doing this for a semester, like Erica, because I'll be out of here pretty soon. I'm a bio major on the pre-med track. I spend most of my time with SCLA and gated EMR for the most part in my last semester. I'll be applying to med school this summer, and I'll be in Gainesville for another year studying neurology and doing research on neurology.
Hi, I'm Sabrina. I'm the treasurer, and I'm also a senior, so this is my last semester. I am pre-med as well, health science major, public health minor. And on campus, other than SCLA, I'm in a lot of pre-med health science stuff, so HOSA, Gator maternal child health, and
Okay, so I'm going to kind of go through kind of a basic PowerPoint of like what you can expect from SCLA overall. So SCLA nationally, we have 100+ chapters. We are a National Honor Society empowering students for success. SCLA provides members with the tools to accelerate their career development and reach their goals. So our mission is SCLA honors students' achievement and empowers them to be the leaders of tomorrow. We aim to maximize student potential through our powerful, customized skills development platform, vibrant mentor and peer community, and competency-based certification. So basically, we want to empower students for success. Because the founders of SCLA, what they found is that students are not as prepared for the real world as we expect. We have these expectations of like what the work world is like, but then the reality doesn't often match up. So 16% or 69% of student expectations are to find a job within 6 months of graduation, whereas in reality, 42% find a job within the first 6 months. 85% expect to find employment in their field, whereas 67% are actually working in their chosen field. And 81% expect to earn more than $25,000 a year, and only 41% are actually earning $25,000 or less a year. So 801 college presidents tell us that 90% of presidents set an emphasis on critical thinking skills and personal development are very important throughout college in order for graduates to get jobs. 40% of the presidents think their own institutions are very effective at providing students with those skills and that kind of development. 78% of presidents said that providing internships is important for students to apply what they are learning to the real world. And 38% said their institutions are good at providing such internships. So I don't know about you, but 38% is kind of a low number. So SCLA is embracing college trends. Education is changing, and so SCLA seeks to do the same thing. So the old school or traditional academic model was more of a brick and mortar organization with all engagement points based upon fixed day and time opportunities. And campus trends show this model does not work anymore. Honor societies with 1,000+ members on a given campus often only have 10 members or less show up for their meetings, and they're basically made up of lectures. So basically, the traditional method is for an organization to only be on campus and for all of their meetings to be like required on campus, and so you're physically required to spend time with this organization. But the SCLA model is different. We like to utilize technology to drive our programming, so there are no walls across campus, industry, etc. We promote engagement. College is 24/7, and we want you to be able to engage 24/7 with our platform. And we embrace the 70-20-10 leadership development model, often referred to as experiential learning, where 70% is learned through experience, 20% is learned through interactions with others, and 10% is learned through structured materials. So SCLA understands that we're busy college students to begin with college and then other organizations on campus. So they don't want to distract you from those things. They want to make sure that you get to do those things, but they also want to prepare you for the real world at the same time. So workplace skill development. Most of the platform is online. So if you log into your account, this is what you'll find. And it gives you kind of a chart. First, there's a self-assessment and personal development. It basically tries to determine what your knowledge is on things that you'll need for the real world. So for instance, there's a section for life skills, health and wellness, financial literacy, and academic and career. So for instance, they'll ask you questions about taxes or health insurance, things that you kind of need to know when you get into the real world that a lot of people don't actually know. And then once you finish that test, the pie chart will reflect how much you actually know, and SCLA provides you with information to kind of help you fix your weaknesses and improve on those. So there's timely expert advice. These are called game changers. They're basically experts in their fields. SCLA recruits them from all different fields, so you should have no problem finding someone that is in the same field of interest as you. And they're all considered to be experts in their field, and they're willing to help you. So crucial work experience. These game changers and all are there to help you. All you have to do is reach out to them. It's sort of like a message, email type deal through the website, and you'll reach out to them and talk to them, and just being a part of SCLA kind of already gives you that foot up that they'll be interested in helping you hook you up with an internship. So as it says, 75% of employers require internship experience. So SCLA wants to prepare you and kind of give you that foot up so that you can get an internship and then be able to get a job later on. So this is more about the Game Changers Network. When you log on, there will always be kind of like a row at the bottom of a few game changers, but there's also a full page of them. And as you can see, there's someone from media and a nonprofit organization. There's someone that's an investment advisor, a manager in education, healthcare, basically any field that you could want. So we want to develop your leadership skills. We want you to build your personal brand and market the best version of you, grow your professional network connections and get you hired, access top-tier internship and freelance job opportunities, and gain the experience employers demand, mentoring community of game changers, and get inside advice from people already in careers you want, and the online platform to develop key skills feature more than just your degree. So our members become leaders who stand out from the crowd. So programming. This is kind of more on the local chapter side. So basically, NHQ for SCLA requires us to have at least 2 events on campus or based on the school requirements. So the first event is social event, and second event is technology-driven career readiness focused meeting. Basically, we're trying to mix both. We're going to be looking at other things to get involved with on campus. This kind of counts as one of the kind of like career readiness focused meeting, but we're looking at having another one later on with another speaker. And then we're also going to be looking at fun things to do on campus, so like bowling now that the bowling alley is open, or just things that are easily accessible for students who live on campus. And we're always looking for new ideas of things that you all would be interested in, so if you have any ideas, like feel free to reach out to us. And ongoing programming, there are national events. So we will provide members the opportunity to win a free trip to the coolest leadership-focused events like TED Talks, National Education Week, etc. There are webinars, approximately 8 to 12 per year, focused on career readiness topics, and SCLA member competitions. So pitching a business idea, videos, all types of things, and there's different cool prizes that you can win through these. So basically, to get these opportunities for the ongoing programming, you want to be more involved on the online platform. You'll get kind of points as you're more involved. The webinars, they usually send out an email like at least I think around a week in advance, and you're able to kind of like RSVP, like say that you want to go, and then it'll give you a reminder that this webinar is going to start. Some of them have been really useful. Well, they're all useful, but one of the ones that I liked was on sleeping. And it actually taught you that if you don't get enough sleep, like it really does impact the rest of your life, which I started to notice as I've been a lot more tired this semester. But that kind of helped me to kind of like pinpoint like what it is that I need to fix to kind of like fix that issue. But they cover all kinds of different things. Besides the sleeping one, there's one on starting up your own company, and there was one on test taking, like how you should study for tests, like the most efficient way to study, among others. So thank you. If you have membership questions pertaining to actual SCLA, more like national headquarters type stuff, this is the email you can contact. If you have more like chapter-based things, like ideas for us to do or just any questions for us, you can email me. I can give you my email if you're interested. It's ericalbaker1221@ufl.edu. So thank you. Do you guys have any questions about anything?